The Oslo International Bible College graduation ceremony will begin in 1 minute. Please find your seat at this time as we await the OIBC class of 2013.
May I call upon the principal of Oslo International Bible College, Finn Henrik Larsen.
Thank you. What an honor it is for us today to have all these students that have been with us for 2 or some have been there for 3 years with us, and this is probably one of the last days that we will see them for a while. But we started the school 20 years ago in 1993. It was a small beginning. We had 5 students, all Norwegian. At that time we were in Salem Kirken here in Lørenskog, and it was not approved by the Norwegian government, so we had no funds. We had no payment that we could share to teachers, just colleagues and friends that we could give a little token for their travel expense. And the students that were there, they had also work, and some came, and there were days that we only had 1 student. And I remember, I was teaching 5 hours for 1 student. But she was traveling far. She came all the way from Eidsvoll. So she was traveling 60, 70 kilometers just to come to school. So, for coming that far, she came every day. And, you don't want to disappoint anybody. That was the beginning. Sometimes only 1 student. Later we were approved by the Norwegian government in 1996. We were able to have some more students to come, and we were able also to pay some teachers for what they were helping us and doing. And that was a wonderful time in 1996, where we were able to also pay people for coming and starting to do some announcement. In 2001, I think it was, I really felt that God spoke to me that we should do it also for international students. That was the thought that was in my mind, was that we have people living in Oslo that were coming from abroad, and hopefully they could come. And we started also announcing that we would do some translation to English, which was kind of difficult, because then we had 3 or 4 students that didn't know Norwegian, and we had some Norwegians that didn't understand English, and a few of us that were teaching, we were interpreting it ourselves, so we didn't understand we were talking Norwegian or English in the end of the day. But it was a good beginning. Then we had Stian Eriksson coming from the north, a wonderful evangelist that somebody told you need to get him to come into the school. And Stian was one of the first ones that came on a full-time basis, and there's a few years later we had Judy and Larry Frick come from United States, and they also, the 3 of them, have made a great impact in the school. We had all our students coming from abroad when it was possible, and it started to grow and grow, and this last year, I think when we started the school year, we were 122 students. And they come from many, many different nations, and it is awesome to see what God is able to do through a small beginning. And that is the same for all of us in our life. If we just continue and stick to the call that God has done into our life, this school is a proof that He is faithful. Because He gave a vision one day. And even though I was teaching only 1 student several days, today we can say that God is so wonderful, and we can see what we have and all these great students that are graduating today. We are so thankful for each and every one that has been part of the school through these years. Wonderful students that I know God has touched their life in many ways. And I have met some of them in different parts of the world that are in the ministry. Some are in business. I met one of the previous students in the Philippines. She had been here in Norway. She also learned the Norwegian language. And now she was in a Norwegian call center in Manila, making money as a Norwegian employee. So she had already a car, and she had an apartment, and life was really smiling to her. And she was serving the Lord in the church as well. We never know what God is able to do when we just follow the calling that is in our lives. God is able. And I've seen others that are going to the Philippines, from now to Spain, and Was one of the African. He really felt God calling and going to Spain. And well, it's not easy for Africans all the time to start ministry in Spain, but he did. He came to the main station in Madrid, and he said, God, where do you want me to go? And he was just looking around and he said, oh, there's Barcelona. I don't know where that is, but I'll take the train. So he jumped the train and he was going to Barcelona. When he came out of the train, he said, God, what now? Well, a few days later, he met the Swedish missionary and he joined the church. And today he is married to his daughter, and he is doing a wonderful, wonderful assistant pastor work for all different nations in Barcelona, in Spain. We can tell story after story like this, what God is able to do. But this is what the OIBC, Oslo International Bible College, is all about. God is able to form people's life into what He wants to do. So we are thankful for all the students. Thank you for every teacher that have been among us and all those that have been working with us. You know, it is like this, that we see people come and go. Some of us are staying, some of us are there for a longer period of time, but God has plans for all of us. So we are so thankful, and thankful also to the church here that was willing to start and willing to support and see what God is able to do. So let's thank God all together, praise His name, because He is worthy, He is mighty. So thank you very much for your prayer and continuation of your prayers for OIBC. God bless you.